Good morning. Just a second. Okay. So Friday is full body. We're not focused on heavy weights on Friday. We are trying to move our body upper and lower. So we're not overtraining. So not heavy weights. Okay. Um, that's really all I can tell you. Just don't go heavy. Like I'm gonna use the same weights for the whole entire class. That's upper body, that's lower body. First up, oh, and a lot of these are compound movements, just so you know. First up, we're going to do a standard deadlift. So that's hamstring dominant, okay? And then a bicep curl. So when we're doing a standard deadlift, our feet are still shoulder width apart. Weights are still up against our legs. We have just the tiniest bend in our legs, super small, okay? And then same thing, we're going to go down. And with these, you can get further down because we're not focusing on our hip hinge. We're not trying to push our booty back super far. We're trying to feel these in the back of our legs. So just going as low as your body will let you go while maintaining your flat back and your weights up against your legs. Okay. Didn't even turn this on. So, all right. These are our standard deadlifts. And then we're going to come up and do a curl. I didn't even finish that. It's Friday. So, standard deadlift, come up, and bicep curl. Standard deadlift, come up, and bicep curl. Okay. Okie dokie. Ready? Go. Standard deadlift is hamstring. So that's where you should be feeling it the most. Just going as low as your body tells you is okay. And rest. Okay, so next up, we're going to do a forward lunge. We're going to hold it when we are in our down position and do a hammer curl. Okay, so we step forward, go down, hold it, and hammer curl. Bring it back and switch sides. So down, hold, hammer curl. Okay. Since we're in a forward lunge, our posture is mostly upright. Ready? Go for it. Holding that lunge. our hammer curl. And rest. And so we're in an overhead march. So for an overhead march, holding our weights overhead. Okay. And we're going to take our knees, bringing them up as high as we can get them. Okay. I like to exhale every time I bring up my knee because then that allows me to use my core more. Think of it as doing a crunch every time you bring your knee up, right? We want to be using our core. Ready? Go. And rest. Gonna hit a squat and press. So standard squat. Feet are about shoulder width apart, give or take. Remember, your toes are kicked out just a little bit. We're going to squat down and press. Okay. Both arms at the same time. Ready? Go for it. Almost there. And rest. Okay, so now we hit our tricep kickbacks. This is weights right at our sides. We have soft elbows, okay? Little bit of a bend there. We're going to push our hands back and then bring them back to our sides. We are not swinging with our shoulders, okay? Weights at our sides, push them back, bring our hands right back to our sides. Little move. Ready? Go for it. And rest. Okay, and then we're going to hit our dumbbell swings. All right, so dumbbell swing, our driving force is our hips. We hip hinge, we swing our weights up to shoulder height. Okay, you have to hip hinge. Otherwise, these are just front raises for your shoulders. All right, so hip hinge, pushing our hips forward and letting that help us swing our arms up to shoulder height. All right. Ready? Go for it. Press. Back through them. So remember, first move is a standard deadlift with a bicep curl. Standard deadlift. We have just the slightest bend in our legs, just so that we're not locking our knees out. Okay. Weights have to touch your legs. And remember with these, we're not worried about our hip hinge. We're stretching our hamstring. So we're getting as low as our body tells us is okay. Then coming up and hitting a curl. Right? So deadlift to curl. All right. Ready? Go for it. Nothing should be painful. You should definitely feel your hamstrings screaming at you, but it shouldn't be pain. And rest. Back to our forward lunge, hold, and hammer curl. So forward lunge, we're stepping forward, which means our posture is more upright than when we reverse lunge. We're going to go down and hold it, hammer curl, and then switch legs. Okay. Ready? Go for it. Holding your lunge while you curl. And rest. Okay, we're going to go back to our overhead march, right? So remember, overhead march means weights are up. We're bringing our knees up, and I like to exhale. Think of it as a crunch, okay? We want to work our core. So when you exhale, you are able to engage your core better, right? Ready? Go for it. And rest. Okay, we're gonna hit our squat and press. Again, these are not about heavy weights, right? This is about moving. We have lighter weights, our pace increases, which means we should be able to get our heart rate up. Squat and press, both arms. Ready? Go. And rest. Now we get to move into our tricep kickbacks. Remember with these, I have my upper arm attached to my ribs. Okay? It doesn't move because if we swing, yes, it's true, you'll still hit your triceps a little bit, but we're working our shoulder if we're swinging. Okay? So I glue my upper arm to my ribs. I have a little tiny bend in my elbow. I'm going to just push back. When we do this, we are working our upper arm. Okay? So it's only a little movement. Bigger is not better with these. Both arms at the same time. Ready? Go. And rest. Now we have our dumbbell swings. Remember with your dumbbell swing, your hips are your driver. All right, so hips back, pushing our hips forward to help us swing up. Okay, your weights don't need to come any higher than shoulder level. Ready? Go. Neutral neck, so your chin should be near your collarbone. and rest. Just a second. Go through it all one more time. First up is our standard deadlift. Oh, hamstrings should be on fire. Remember, our legs are not locked out. We have just the tiniest bend in our knees. Okay? Just like we're just hanging out standing here. We do not want to lock out. Right? So little tiny bend. And remember, our focus is to get low instead of pushing our hips back. Okay, we're going to do our standard deadlift to our bicep curl. All right, ready? Go for it. Remember that neutral neck with your deadlift. Chin should be friends with your collarbone. And rest. Okay, now we're going back to our forward lunge with our hammer curl. Remember, we're alternating with every lunge we take. Should be a different foot. And you curl while you hold that lunge. All right? Okay, ready? Go for it. And rest. We have our overhead march. Remember, these are like standing crunches. So think about engaging your core every time your leg comes up, right? Weights overhead. I prefer to exhale when my knee comes up, helps me engage. Ready? Go for it. Rest. Then we've got to squat and press again. Weights are not heavy, not even with these, right? We want high volume, so more reps. We're only able to do that with lighter weights, right? Squat and press. Ready? Go for it. Rest. We should be up a bit. Okay, then we're back to our tricep kickbacks. And again, making sure we're not swinging our arms, a little bend in our elbows. Just gonna push back, bring our hands right back to our sides. Shoulders are not moving, right? Okie doke, ready? Go for it. And rest. So we have one more move. So again, with our dumbbell swings, keeping in mind if we're just using our arms, if we fail to really hip hinge, drive forward, you might as well just do front raises. Okay. When we do it with our hip hinge, we use so many muscles, lower and upper. So push your hips back like you do for a deadlift and drive forward to get those weights up. Okay. Again, with these, your weights don't need to come any higher than shoulder height. Okay. So our final move, you guys. Ready? Go for it. Next, keeping your chin close to your collarbone. And rest. That's all for today, you guys. We're even out of here a minute early. I hope that you guys have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you back here Monday morning. Bye, you guys.